Good evening, everybody, and good morning to everybody in the Americas. But yeah, welcome. Sorry for this delay. This has been one of the most frustrating hours of my life, trying to figure this one out. Now, we've got a couple of, good ideas of what it might be or might not be. There was no error. Explain would start up. You sit in the Zibo, but you get the little circle turning. It goes nowhere. It just doesn't do anything. So I don't know if it's like doing a copyright check of some sort, checking that it's a valid explain, or if it's a scenery, or if it's the aircraft. I reinstalled the scenery, I removed the scenery, I reinstalled the Zibo, I went through so many different things. Eventually, I started up with the Cessna 172, and I don't know if it was just something that worked itself out of the system or if the Cessna had anything to do with it, but voila, it seems to be working. So I rebooted the machine and I'm starting, as you can see now, again in good faith that everything is working. If it doesn't, I'll apologize and then I'll rage quit when you don't see me or hear me. But anyway, good evening to everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to everybody here on Discord. Krister, sorry to keep you waiting, buddy. I hope you're off already. McTrying, Roger, and Uncle John, thank you guys for joining us, and everybody there on stream. Brownie, Steve, Scotsman. Things
No
happen.
worries, Nico. I'm texting.
Thanks, thank you. That's good. Yes, he did, Steve. Eventually, it goes white. It's turning. You leave it. I left it for minutes upon minutes, and then it goes white, and that's it. And then I tried to kill it twice with Task Manager. You kill it, it's out of Task Manager, but it's still on the screen. It still doesn't go away even. And then all of a sudden, whoops, it's just gone. So I don't know. It was a funny one, man. And it's strange because a couple of people asked me since yesterday. A lot of people have talked about it. It's like it's dialing home to a server, and the server capacity is maybe not big enough to do all these, checks and balances that it's requiring. I don't know, but whatever ran in the background seems to be a global phenomenon. It's not just me. Lots of other guys had issues, and so fortunately it takes a few minutes, it seems, and then it goes away.
Out of interest, I've done a search, Nico, and I'm not finding any recent online posts regarding this issue.
Well, it seems to have started yesterday, but now Steve on stream says it happened to him about a week ago. So it might be that Laminar is doing something like we're suggesting here, that they're checking the licenses. But if I can make one suggestion, guys, break it down in smaller groups, because it doesn't appear as if your resources are good enough. Instead of doing 10 million at a time, do maybe 100 at a time. Let them sort it out, go for the next bunch. I mean, if it takes you a month to check everybody, so what? But I mean, it just is super annoying when somebody tries to start explaining for an hour's sake, and all of a sudden it just works again. So I don't know if it's them. I'm suspecting it, but I mean, I can't prove it. So if it's not, I apologize. But whatever happened, it's obviously not just related to my system and wider spread. So the common denominator seems to be dialing home.
It's not on Reddit or anything like that at all, Nico.
We'll find out soon enough if it's important enough. Guys, one other thing that comes to mind. Yes, the latest NVIDIA drivers on my system, and I know of at least 2 or 3, and now Scotsman says his as well. That makes it about 4 or 5 people. It doesn't work with X-Plane. It's absolute rubbish. I don't know what went wrong. I had to roll back 2 versions to get to a stable version, so... Yeah, be careful, guys. When you do updates and stuff, do one at a time, so you know which one it is that also breaks it, and be careful anytime, so that you try and attempt that.
Ready for electrical power.
Hello, Steel. That sounds impressive. -21. Wow. I hope you've got your woolly socks on. All right, there you go. That is,
Hello, Cap.
guys.
My
This is
name
the
is Linda.
Freeware
I am
Miami.
your first officer today.
I'm not sure exactly how good or how bad it is yet. One of the funny things that I do notice is they've got a mixture of all the different pylons with lights. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be that way. I went and I deleted all the statics, and lo and behold, even after deleting all of them, it still left a few. So I'm not sure. I don't know how good or how bad the scenery is either. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's reload the Zibo, make sure it works. Right. Okay, while we're waiting, let me get my browser going and then we can actually start the planning. I mean, everything is now so absolutely a mess. I haven't even done my planning or anything yet again. Let's
Is there
start.
no story on ex-ambulance yet?
No. Nothing. They'll get their Uncle John when they're ready.
Are they real?
Seems to be. Right. Bids.
Did you update the flight in VA, Nico?
I did, yes.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah, we did it when you and I were talking about it earlier, Kirsten. I had to make sure
Oh,
that it's working.
that's quick.
Yeah. While we were talking.
I am ready for electrical power-up procedure.
Right, that is set. Let's go check this out. Enabled. Scotsman, from your lips to God's ears, you might be joking. You might be in for a surprise. You don't know. Okay, is any of the group pilots still left on MIA here, or not?
I just took off.
Okay. Well, if there's no one else, I'm not even going to try fly it online. It's going to save me a bit of stress after this evening. I don't need more. I'm just starting my VAA course now. JP. Right, start the flight. Yeah, we all feel that way, man. I would love to showcase it on my channel here, but I haven't had any response from my reaching out to them, so I'm also waiting. Right, so we've done that, and we can kill that. Now we can go back here. Right, let's see. Flight level 350. So let's put that into active sky. Excellent. Right, hallo Hendrik. Right, okay. Got the basics. Experimental flight mode is still on. I was flying my Piper a day or two ago and I had to use that, so that's where that came from. Ground services, I'll get the ground guys going. Steps. Alright. Do we need ground power? No, we don't. We don't need you, that's the wrong one. That's the one. What? Hey, Mohammed. There we go, and fuel 6.7.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
And that is our flight. Right, let's start with the rest of the prep work. Six minutes. White. Guys, I hope you had a good week. My one was a strange one. Lots of work, then no work. Then lots of work, then no work. Ended on a good note in terms of work. So I hope you guys had a good one too. And I've got some nice coffee. Sorry, Christer.
Yeah, it's been okay this week.
Good.
I'm prepping for the winter ops and Christmas flying.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, eh?
Yeah, me too. I'll be talking to the event manager of EMABU.
Yeah.
About our group. So he's welcoming us. He says we are welcome.
Excellent. Guys, you must remember it. It's in the Discord. There's a special room set up for the prep work and all the information you need. And speak to Christer if you need more information. Christer, it's next week, Wednesday, the 22nd, right?
22nd, yes.
Yeah.
1700 Zulu.
Okay. I've put a little note in my flight roster about it, so that's why I will remember. Guys, if you can make it, please come and fly with, even if you're not really part of our group. And as long as you get on Iveo, you can come fly with. It's going to be one heck of a interesting fly in again. So please join.
Last year, if I remember correctly, last year we were about 11 or 12 people flying.
Yeah, possibly.
So, yeah, and it was really fun, really good.
Yeah.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Mohammed, learning the dollars. Yeah, that's a different bird, that one. I fly it once or twice a year, so one of the Airbuses at least, and I tell you what, it's a different kind of a bird, that one. Anyway, stay strong. Go for it. If you really want to, you can do it. Yeah, Hendrik, if you need help, come to Discord. Let somebody here help you. We are a lot of guys here that can help you. So just feel free, jump on, come talk to us sometime. You know, we'll get you going on over here quick. Thanks, Steve. Hope your appointment goes well, sir.
Trim up.
The reserve fuel is here. It's your alternate plus fin res. So it's 1,261 plus 1,107. So I just round it off. Okay, I mean, you don't have to split hairs about it. Just round it off to the closest value. So 1,261 plus 1,107, and that gives you your reserves. Excellent, excellent. Looking forward to meeting you, Jan. Sorry, Hendrik. I want to tell you a quick story. In my family, we've got a couple of Jan Hendriks. So, speaking from experience and 48 years of talking about Jan Hendrik, it's strange to have it the other way around. But Hendrik, you know what I mean. So, you're welcome anytime. Gotcha, Steve. Gotcha. Yeah, as of January, I'm gonna have to go for my 6 monthly as well now. So I gotcha. Understand. I just told the doctors I'm not starting now in December. It's too much. Problems taken care of. We'll worry about the rest next year. Good. So let's have a look. See. Right, so that is the flight plan. Let's look at our airport here. Right, so we said we're taking runway 08, so it'll be 92. Right, we're going to climb to 35. 35. And the speed we've got already. Right, all of these things are set. We are now aligned on the IRSs, so we can hit up those two buttons, and we basically set. George. George says his network is still messed up, his internet. Okay, sorry, George. But I'm going to start my APU, start closing up and getting going. Mohammed, in the old days, when before Zibo and in the old days, I mean FSX P3D days, I still have P3D by the way, but old days. The longest flight that I ever did was in the PMDG 777, flying from Johannesburg to Heathrow. So that's an overnight flight, or at least I think that's 8-9 hour flight. That's about the longest one I've done. I've done a couple of across the pond, you know, from Heathrow or Gatwick over to the Americas, Boston, New York. But the one from Joburg up to Gatwick, I think that's the longest one. But it's not for me. I must be honest with you. I prefer the kind of flights that I do now. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours, over and done with. You know, no big deal. You continue with your life. I don't think it's that exciting to start a flight, then go and sleep, wake up the next morning just to land. I mean, I know a lot of guys who do it. I don't say there's anything wrong with it, but it's just not me.
Ground to cockpit, where do you want us to put you? Ground to cockpit, the tow's driving up now.
Hey, Bapino, welcome, welcome.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Uncle John. Oh, he's muted himself.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
No, I'm not testing anything today. I'm on version 7 just like you guys. I'm waiting on the next fix. Once I get my hands on the next beta fix, we can tell you guys again.
Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist.
Tows connected and bypass pins inserted. Release the brakes. Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Mohammed, it's already study level. I've watched a few guys, crash and burn when they were not prepared for what it offers and so on. Because it's being developed with real pilots, and Zibo said from the very beginning that he's striving to make the most realistic 737 for any flight simulator. You can bet your bottom dollar this is getting so close to the real thing now that it's scary. Well, depends, I suppose, on your perspective. The real pilots like it, eh? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Oops, sorry, Linda. Beef. What was that? No, not me, don't worry. Start number 2 engine. Sorry, Linda. Messing you around there.
Starting number 2 engine.
Oh, I must have said number 1 earlier. Oops.
Operations complete. Set the brakes.
Yeah, icing and density altitude. Those are 2 things that are wonderfully simulated by this aircraft. If you don't understand density altitude and the icing, you're in for a treat, eh? I confused her completely, Scotsman.
Starter cutout.
Thanks, my dear.
Engine start procedure complete.
Wrong way.
Just disconnected and bypass pins removed. Signals on the left. Have a good one.
Suppose it depends on if it's a flat or a Phillips screwdriver. We'll have to determine that one first. There's our pin. Taxi lights can come on. Let's drag this guy closer. I really want to go there. I hope there's a turnoff, otherwise I'm going to make one. Let me make one. It's obvious I have no clue where I'm going on this airport. I'll have to study it better. Now I'm on the line. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you, you too.
I have a tornado on flight level 340.
A tornado?
Yeah, just a short one.
Okay. Wow. I
A small one.
didn't know they depicted tornadoes in X-Plane, do they?
I don't know. It was stormy, turbulent, and rainy.
Okay.
Yeah. But my weather radar didn't switch on.
Hmm. Before I go onto this runway, I just want to recalibrate my pedals. I forgot to do it. I just want to see if it makes any difference. It was running so beautifully for a few days, and the next moment it's like it's just not listening to that curve. So that's the curve I put in there. I'm thinking maybe let's bring that down a little bit.
I have thunder and red areas on the weather radar.
Okay. Yeah, we'll set the flaps now. Here we go. Mohammed, only the A320. I do not own the other ones. I only own the A320 from Flight Factor. And the only other Flight Factor product I have is this one, which is lovely when it works, but lately it's also decided to only work when it feels like it.
Flaps 5 set.
Turn, brother, turn.
On runway 08, right.
Stabilized.
Toga.
Takeoff thrust set.
Yeah, much better, much better.
80 knots. Throttle full.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Come on, day. Thanks, Scotsman. This amazing plan. Windshield, okay.
Acceleration altitude.
If the new version 2 777 is any good, I'll probably get that one just because I'm used to it from B3D, FSX kind of days.
Flaps 1 set. Flaps upset.
Yeah, excitement galore next to me. Yeah. Now, Scotsman, it's something that you just need to get used to. I used to love flying the 747. In FS9, FSX, that was one of my favorites, with the 738. 747 has got a special place for me. But I've not really even thought about buying a new one, so maybe one day. Ah. You are adventurous, sir.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off. Oh, why did I do that? I just closed my VA page. Damn it. Crystal, I tried flying the default 747 probably twice only, and I didn't like it. That FMC is something I just cannot understand, and it's not as if I really want to learn it, so whatever. Mohammed, these clouds of mine are 0 FPS heavy, nothing, no FPS problem. Approaching transition. Transition altitude.
Yeah, I've never been able to really enjoy it. In the 2 flights I did from Durban back to Johannesburg, it was horrific. It scared me. So I never tried again. Okay, Peter, thank you so much. There's a bit of a bumpiness. By the way, guys, X camera updated on, I think, Sunday, past Sundays. It's like 3-4 days ago. So if you guys are using X camera, go grab version 241. It is available for you guys. This is the new one. Ah, well, that's a good reason to fly them. Ooh, we've got a dead tile in the middle of the sea. That's very interesting. I haven't seen one of them in a long time. Hello, Dimitri. Yep. Yeah, when you guys start learning, especially the 738, you must take it easy. Don't rush it. If you rush it, you're going to miss a lot of things. Yeah, sounds right. Sounds right, Dimitri. But whether you use it or not, it's always good to just stay up to date. You know, makes the jump to the next one easier. Interesting, Scotsman. Habib, good evening. Sleebal Mohammed. Oh my goodness, with these YouTube police bots running around listening to music and copyright strikes and all these things, I wouldn't even dream about it. Very bumpy, eh? Hello, Thunder. Good evening. All well. How are you doing? Check that wing. Check that wing. Up and down. And up and down. Okay, 2:04. That's late. Or early, depending on how you look at it. Hello, Gary. I see you fixed that, Thunder. Okay, no problem. No problem. I just imagined you went to Australia or one of these places. I'll come back still. Yeah, the version, Dimitri, that I had the other day was the release of version 4, which was released that day. So I think what happened was he might have just updated something in it. But I mean, I didn't buy it. He gave it to me for that show. So I mean, I don't have any way to go and download an update, even if he's done an update. I mean, unless I buy it, which I'm not gonna do right now. I'm happy with what I have.
1,000 to go.
Okay, Indrik, but listen, spare yourself trouble, come to my channel. There's a specific video for you on the channel, and go to Discord. In Discord, in our training video section, there's the other one. You have to watch both of them. Once you've watched those two, it's a bit long. I think it's like 3 hours in total. But I mean, that tells you everything. You can obviously skip the parts that's boring that you don't want to watch, because you don't need to watch us fly around. But start with the one on Discord. I think that's the first one you need to see. And then go to the one on YouTube, which is the public one. You'll get the gist of it much quicker than to go and read and check things out. Right, so I don't know how many of you guys actually saw us play around with our webcams during the week. We've had good and bad responses because of it. But in case...
Why the good and bad?
Well, the good is mostly 99% were good, Christer, but I'm not going to repeat on air what the other people said about the bad side of things. I personally have no idea. I'll tell you afterwards. I have no idea why they said what they said, but they were nasty, so I just deleted the comments.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. But yeah, I don't understand it. You know, we here having fun. We're not making political statements. We're not making sexual statements. We're not making childish statements. We're just having fun, you know. And you always have that one or two little people who just take it seriously to a point where it's just mad. But anyway, in light of that, I'm sitting here fiddling with my webcam, so I thought... I'll show you what we did in case you didn't see it. And if you want to see the other pictures, it is in the Zibo pilots group, the one from Uncle John, and then in my Skymatix Facebook group is the other one. So anyway, there you can see we played around. Christer helped with the background image, and obviously when we put it in the right place in the webcam, you can see us, you know. Well, the other guys also started playing around with it in terms of the streams and stuff. So there you go. I don't do this usually, but for those guys that have not seen me, there you go. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it's a nice background. Christer did a good job. That was you making this specific one as well, eh, Christer?
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you all are aware of this running joke in the background where we have passenger Escobar, right? Now, I don't think anybody has ever said that it is Pablo, but the way it is portrayed, or at least talked about, you know, a lot of guys have made fun about it being Pablo Escobar. So we've made fun about all kinds of things related to his, you know, what he did and all kinds of things. And the one picture where Uncle John was sitting in the position where I am now, we had Escobar standing in the door, you know, that's right there in the door. Yeah, and that's the one that solicited the bad comments. So I'm not going to put it on stream, but we thought it was going to be funny. We thought it was going to, you know, get you guys to laugh a little bit. But judging from some of those responses, we better not put it on the stream, because it seems to have hit a chord with some people.
I could understand most of the chords, as you say. That man did a lot of bad things, absolutely, no question about it. But
yeah.
if he is already put inside the Zibo mod, then I think it's justified for us to make fun of it, if we like.
Well, I thought so too. Because again, I make the same statement. I don't think anybody on the Zibo team, including Audio Bird who made the audio, ever said it's Pablo. Okay, it could be Maria Elena, it could be one of the children, it could be, I mean, if you Google the surname Escobar, it is one of the most common surnames in the world. It ranks very high. Okay, so it can literally be anybody. The fact that, you know, a lot of guys have now associated it with Pablo is part of the joke for us, or for me and for you and everybody else here that shares the joke. But I don't know. Maybe without saying it, the guys who reacted badly, you know, could have received something bad from the family. You know, I don't know. They didn't say. They were just nasty. So anyway, instead of making an international political mishap, I'm just not going to put it on stream.
I think that's the best for now, Nicky.
Yeah.
We don't want to cause any diplomatic crisis anywhere.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. We're here to have fun, not to create a political incident, you know. Yeah, Dimitri, no, when I saw those comments, I just quickly zapped them. A couple of them irked me a little bit, so yeah, I just got rid of them.
Well, I did two versions. One without Pablo and one with Pablo.
You
so
see?
It's free. It's free to use whatever you like.
Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate it. I'm reading some of your comments, yeah. Funny. Steve, in the day and age that we live, it seems you can't make jokes anymore. The moment you just try and make a joke. And the funny thing is, because this is an international community, what I've also noticed over the years is, just because something's funny for me in South Africa and it's a running joke here and we all laugh our asses off, doesn't mean the British like it or the Americans like it or the Chinese like it. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. And the same goes for their jokes. You know, the guys in England make jokes, we don't get it. And you know, it's missed again. So when it comes to the joking side of things, you've got to be careful. Too many snowflakes out there that just can't take jokes. Do you see Peter's comment, Christer?
Yeah, sure, Peter.
Hello, Cole. Yeah, everything okay, man? How are you doing? All good, all good. If you don't speak slowly, I miss you. I miss the conversation completely. How are you doing, Cole? Are you alright? Good stuff. I see it's coming through now. It's just a bit slow. I thought you were busy, yeah, Cole. Yeah, Dimitri. I just find it easier to just stay out of their way. Exactly, Steve. Come on. Like learning another language. I bet. What can you do? Yeah, Cole, you got me. You got me. So anyway, guys, we're coming up to Cuba. That is Cuba over there. we were allowed to fly over this place, so we're going to enjoy that as well. Nope, no, the fire extinguisher doesn't work. There are a couple of other things that work that a lot of guys don't seem to be aware of. For instance, did you know that you can lower the gear here? That you can actually use this in an emergency? For instance. Or, did you know, I know some of you will know this, did you know you can use the oxygen mask by just clicking on that button? Listen. Okay, it should be off now. If it didn't switch off, just tell me, I'll click again, but I think the breathing should be gone now. Yeah, and I don't know if you know this lamplight works over here. Things that guys don't know. And the light for the compass is hidden there. There's the hidden click spot. You can actually move forward and down. There you can see the switch. I'm just mentioning a couple of hidden things that not everybody seems to know.
And also on the throttle quadrant, Nico, you have the toga button.
Oh yeah, the toga there. Yeah, the real toga. That also works. I mean, I think most people use the mic, but yeah, that also, it's there. It works. You can actually swivel this light. Once you've switched it on, you can put it where you want it for your light. That also works. A couple of nice little goodies. Yeah, it's hidden over there. Peter, not really. All of Linda's buttons are really contained in this little widget, so I mean, depending on what you need her to do, everything is here, you know. A whole bunch of stuff that you can do with her. Okay, well, there we go. It's gone back down. Funny. I don't know how many of you guys have actually done it. I've done it a few times. If you go to your cabin lighting, you can actually change the cabin lighting, especially at night. You can see the different colors and everything. I don't really use it that much. Sometimes, you know, but not that often. Nice to play with things like that. Alright, so another thing, if you guys see me look around like this, I've got 5 screens in front of me. This one that I'm looking at now, that's the broadcasting software, that's all the maps and everything, and that's Discord. So if you see me look around like this, there's a purpose. I'm not just sitting here wasting time. That's obviously the mainland Cuba. This is some of the islands in front, right? Type in !PC, then you'll get the specs, Dimitri. 5 screens, same computer, yes. I've got 23 inches next to each other, of which the middle one is the aircraft, and then the other two split off. That runs off the 2070 Super. And then I've got a 21 inch that side and a 7. I need to point it in the right direction. A 7 inch there towards the bottom, and those two, the 7 inch and the 21 inch, runs off the motherboard connectors. So it's using both of the VGA controllers in the system. I've got a drag line, Scotsman. Yeah, there are a couple of guys standing on a hill there. We'll see what we've dragged into the line when we get to the other side. There should be a couple of cigars there. You must just come check. Wow, so it's not coming up. Hold on, Dimitri. Why is the bot not listening? Mind you, I haven't seen the actual bot do anything tonight. You're right. I don't know if it's working. Hello, George. Dimitri, I'm going to quickly switch the bot off, and then I'm going to switch it back on in a minute or 2, 3. Okay, give me a second. It seems to have lost the communication with YouTube again. Silliness. Okay, it's off. So let's give it a minute or 5, and then we'll switch it back on, see that it's working. Jamaican cigars. Yeah, no, the bot's on strike. We'll give it a minute or 5. I'll switch it back on. Hopefully it detects the stream again. It sometimes does that. Just goes to sleep. No, it's not working yet. I'll tell you when I switch it on. Okay. Well, George, my technicians are working on the code. They'll have it back soon. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one about the EFB. I don't know if you guys know about this, but you can actually click there in the pen holder and the EFB will disappear. So, you know, you can play with it. Sometimes, especially at night, I like to just click it, make it go away. Thunder 95. Yes, so that's it. And then Culture Shock. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, nice one. Christer made the background and seems to work well. It actually feels quite nice and comfortable being in the cockpit for a change. Good to know, Cole. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of sentimental value there.
Okay, Nico,
Yes, sir.
I really need to leave now. I can't get any more for this money. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So,
Christer, not your fault, my friend. I understand.
yeah, family calls. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
So I'll see you again tomorrow.
100%.
Yeah, take care.
You too. There it's off. Correct. And how far are we? I haven't even looked. 176 nautical miles for top of descent. Okay. While we are on this, let's go into the forecast page. Yep. Edge. Where's Edge? Why isn't it coming on? It just gone Tara bye bye again. Give me a second, guys. Why? Okay, I got it back. 100% Peter. Yeah, I owe Tommy a flight to ESSA because I made a boo-boo last week. I thought we were flying ESSA and then we didn't. So I worked it in this weekend. Right, let's go fetch the weather. Let's just refresh this page. Right. So landing runway 12, that's correct. We have QNH 1014. 1014. So I'm on this page specifically. Welcome to the member. Thank you so much, Cole. Cole, I don't know if you heard it, but I'm going to start scaling down on Twitch. So you're welcome to not continue the subscription that side, sir. I'm going to use it just to horse around like always, but I'll try and do more streaming this side. Okay, so coming back to this page, I'm not sure how many of you guys actually were part of or saw the conversation that we had on the Zibo community group. Okay, so I had a chat with Zibo, and that came after somebody made a post on the Zibo community group, and we discussed this page basically, and we specifically talked about the ISA and the QNH. Alright, I also spoke to Sasso. You know, he's our resident pilot that always comes and gives training here, and we really had an in-depth discussion. So first of all, the ISA field, even though you can fill it in, the code has not been completed for the Zibo mod. The code does not exist, in other words, and there's no point in putting the ISA. Even after the code will be implemented, the little bit of difference that the ISA is going to make for your top of descent, where it appears and how it will calculate the actual VNAV path down to your landing, is very small. Okay, it is not significant, and it's something that's not a priority right now. So you guys might have seen me a million times already on the streams. I always fold that in because it's the right thing to do, you know, for some people. What Sasso told us in his carrier, they don't even fill it in because of the very small significance it makes. Even in the FCOM, it says it's a very small, almost insignificant, really, change that it makes. So from that day onwards, in the past week until now, I've just decided I'm not going to put it in, and I just want to put it out there. You don't have to put it in. What is, however, extremely important, the code is in the Zibo, the code is active, and it is a requirement, is you need to put the QNH. You definitely have to put that in because that will determine your VNAV path once you go past your transition flight level. The moment you go to altitude, this becomes very important. So guys, you can leave this whole page. You don't have to fill these other things in. Obviously, it's nice to do it. That is already also part of it. That can work for you, but it's a small significant component. That is the one that will either bring you high or low, depending on the kind of an approach that you guys fly. So bear that in mind, guys, please. Even if you don't fill in anything else, you have to do that to get the correct profile after you go off standard. Right, now for the heck of it, I am definitely going to look for my wings. I'm going to put my wings in. Excuse my son there, guys, sorry. Happens, we've got a big loft here and we're sitting upstairs together, so he's that side doing his thing. Guys, I'm gonna look at the comments just now. Let me just quickly fill this in. Alright, and let's see. Okay, Dimitri, thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you later. Oh yeah, you'll have to speak to Paul about that. The arrival, look, I mean, if you're talking about calculations and stuff, that's what I mean. But the arrival airport temperature is very easy to find. It's literally in the meter. That's what I had on screen just now. So let me quickly just go back there and show you. It's literally in the meter. So if you click on your arrival, let me just get it back to normal size. That's your temperature of the arrival airport, 30. Right there, it's in your meter. That's your dew point, and that is the actual temperature, the 30. So once those two meet, you can expect precipitation of some sorts. So yeah, no problem, no problem. Cheerio, still enjoy. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. Let's continue setting up. Let's see, we are going to do the ILS, so we might as well put all this in. Three, 1091. Okay, alright, cool. Oh, sorry, I misread. That was a quick one. He was saying goodbye to Dimitri. Sorry, apologies. 109 and 1. Ah, look at me now. What is the VOR? Is there the VOR? Yeah, let's put the VOR. 1155. 1091. 1155. 1091. Right. Okay, 1091, 1091, that is done. Right, then we need to look at ILS will be 278. 278 for the minimums, and what did we say was that? Barrow 1014. Alright, we'll do auto brake 3 just for the heck of it. Three tons of fuel used already. Okay, alright, all good. I think we're ready. Now we just need to dial in the descent altitude. We need to go down to 2000, so let's do it. 2000. Right. Oh yeah, hang on. We did not put in the descent value. Okay, doesn't matter. It's 8 feet, so the 0 is perfectly fine. Happiness is. That's it. Okay, my son seems to have calmed down. Every time you see the red light here on the mic, you'll know the mic's just muted, so don't feel like broadcasting all his excitement the whole time. Hello, Andre. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, if I don't do it here, nobody does it. Now we just wait. Right, that's one thing I didn't check. Right, let's go to the arrival. Okay, it's set to Kino. And we need to use, what's that transition? MLY transition. Right, that's just the final, that should be fine. Yeah, we'll see how this aircraft flies this one. And that is the last bit of Cuba that's going to disappear soon. Ah, I don't think I should show you these mountains. We were talking about them earlier, Scotsman. That drag line, you know. We were talking about the cigars earlier. I said to you, yes, I think it was you that said we must pop down to get some cigars. And I said, don't worry, I've got a drag line. A couple of guys are standing on a hill. We'll, you know, check what we can pick up that way. So I was just finishing the joke there.
Ready for descent procedure.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Scotsman, I believe so. I think the word from the back is we've got something. We'll see how many we got when we get to the other side. See, it's nice and bumpy again. Andre, yes, of course it is. Of course it is. Look how this thing is bouncing, rolling. Yes, Thunder, I think that would be the best. Yeah, me too, Andre. I grew up on Asterix and Obelix. You know, it's a great part of my childhood. So I don't know how I thought about this thing, but I mean, it just happened. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, these guys know they're in for a treat, yeah. Berlix. Doesn't ring a bell immediately, but I can always go Google it unless you want to tell us quickly. Damn it, it is a bit bumpy.
Approach top of descent.
Thank you, Linda. I see top of descent is almost here. That's why I remembered to flick the switch. At least it's on auto, and I heard the ding a little bit earlier. So you did some of the job. Oh yeah. Aha, got it. And there we go. Okay, got it, yeah. Makes sense. I've got a lot of the books and I've got some of the videos somewhere. My kids didn't really take to it. I mean, when my son was small, he kind of liked it, but he grew out of it very quickly. I must actually watch it again. Go read it. It's very choppy. See, we getting close to that red line. We better start pulling some air brake there. Speed brake working. Damn it, but it is bumpy. Come on. Imagine flying formation in this wind. Oh my goodness. I'll do my best, Peter. Yeah, I can't fly without XP realistic. Andre, we've got 3 guys on full mute, so I don't know what happened to them. They dropped off somewhere during the flight. And then we've got Robert here, but Robert doesn't really say much on air. He just likes to sit here. Hey Robert.
I'm listening.
Easy. Yeah, you're welcome. You're always welcome. Andre, one of the things that happened earlier was the flight was scheduled for 1800 Zulu. I only got away after 1700 Zulu, or at least started the stream. You know, then it takes time to set up everything, and also I'm very late. And I think it encroached a little bit on a lot of people's, you know, me time or family time. And it's just one of those things. I couldn't get my X-plane running for over an hour. Eventually got it working again, so I don't mind too much. Anyway, you're welcome to come and sit here, Andre. The Discord links below the video and show more. You're welcome to come and join me if you want to talk. And so the same goes for anybody else. It's open. You guys are welcome to join us. I love Flight 737. Yeah, it's about like a library, yeah. I closed the door, so I might not hear it. Mattress of all things. Excellent. I'm glad you guys are having a ball there on the text.
Approaching translation.
Right, we're getting closer. We're already at the island. That's a good thing. Not really a good place to make an emergency landing with all these hills, but we're getting there. We're getting closer.
Transition level.
Peter, I think it's in the lower freezer. You must just have a look in the galley there. I think it's been tucked away in the lower freezer. Excellent, Thunder. Yeah, I saw you came in here, but you muted. Can't even see this airport with the clouds there. So close. Gian, hello. Oh, hang on. I need to switch that thing back on. We talked so much. Thunder, welcome. Nice to have you as a member. Let's quickly switch this freaking thing on again, this cloud bot. Okay, I've switched it on. Let's give it a few seconds and then we can start setting up or trying to use it again. So Gian, sorry about that. Just give us a few seconds. Thanks for the support, Thunder.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Right, let's see. See if it works now. It takes a while for it to see the stream. The problem is it just missed the stream completely earlier. It just didn't work. There we go. Okay, the bot's up again. Gentlemen, whoever was asking earlier, I can't even remember now, but there's the PC specs. Suppose we can go scroll back and try find out who wanted to see the PC specs. Who was the other guy? Oh, it was Dimitri. Dimitri, I don't know if you're still here, buddy, but it's working. This bot's working again. Scotsman, I need to remove those things, the METAR stuff, because unless you put it in from your source or I put it in, I'm not using STKP at the moment, and that's where the METAR and all these other fancy comments came from. If it's still, if it's still in my list, I need to go and get rid of it. But I'll give you the METAR. Just give me a second. There you go.
Flaps 1 set.
The wind's gonna hit me from about 1 o'clock, and it's blowing 21 knots, so we'll have to check, see what we do. I think what I am gonna do, I'm not gonna do it in the FMC now, it's too late. I don't want to overexert my story here, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna just add 2 or 3 knots to my V speeds.
Flaps 5 set.
Wow, that's gonna be a tight turn. Turn, brother, turn. Hey, that's a bit low. We'll see if we can get it that low. Let's help this baby break a little bit.
1000 to level off.
Right, let's see. Go around altitude. We're on the ILS, so go around altitude 4,000. Thank you, Scotsman. Let's do it from the cockpit, why not?
1,000 to go.
Flaps 15 set.
Right, so once we grab the glide slope, I'll just increase the V speeds there by 2 or 3 knots. Should be 150 and then go up to about
Ready for
153,
landing checklist.
just to make sure.
Glide slope capture.
Just a little bit of a margin.
Radio altimeter.
Yeah, thank you. Krister made it for us. I like it.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing.
Aha. I suppose those will be from the Dominican Republic, so we can see if Carl actually is correct with his theory that they might be better than the Cubans, eh?
Feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude 7.
See, our alignment is a bit skewy, yeah.
Approaching 1, 2.
Cleared to land runway 08 right.
500. 400. 300 minimums. Minimums 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 10,
Ah, 215.
Auto brake in use. $60 knots. Yeah. Great landing. You are professional.
Come. Thank you so much. It grabbed me a little bit there when I got on the ground. I had to quickly kick the rudder here. That's why it went kind of wonky. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Still, this is actually payware from runway 26. Which is actually strange considering that massive, offset there. I don't see. Oh, you know what? I'm talking nonsense. It actually says on the chart that it's an offset localizer. Apologies, everybody. It actually says so. I'll show you the chart just now, then you can see. I never saw it in the beginning. Now I see it. Just as I was about to complain.
Flaps upset.
Okay, Peter. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. And just for interest, guys, I've scheduled the return trip or semi-return trip. Please sorry to say that. We're gonna fly from this airport to Nassau tomorrow evening, and hopefully we can do that at the normal time, 1800 Zulu. So if you guys are interested, feel free to join. And then tomorrow morning early, we're going to do a European flight again, and hopefully we get some excellent weather like last Saturday. So we'll have a go with it all. Let's quickly do this. Let her do this. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
Yeah, me too, Steve. Man, it really worked on my nerves. At one point in time, Uncle John was texting me, and I said to him, you know what, I feel like rage quitting. You just won't see it. I'm glad I stuck through and just got it going. Yeah, hey, that weather. I haven't looked at any forecast for tomorrow. I'll keep it as a surprise. But, yo, any of you guys ever want to see an interesting flight, go watch last Saturday's flight into Helsinki. That was unlike any we've ever broadcast. That was the first of a kind.
Superb flight.
Yes, sir. Hello, Uncle John. You back?
No, I've been here all of the time watching.
Okay.
Just quiet.
Okay. Oh, it was very quiet, man. Very quiet.
So much for HST.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
Yeah, let's talk about it offline. I don't worry about it now.
Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so we are shutting down. Everything seems to be fine. There we go. Alright, so where's that thing? I told you I was going to show you. Alright, so there it actually says offset localizer. And like I said, I noticed it just as I was about to say. It's weird that it's payware and it's that far off, off the center line. But there's your answer. It's made to be that way. That's how it is. So
Shutdown
helps
procedure
if we
complete.
read sometimes, even for me, you know. So there you go.
Ready
Ladies
for
and
the
gentlemen, thank you
shutdown
for
checklist.
watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think you did. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. What did we say? 800 Zulu? Is that the new time we said? Let me just quickly check. 800 Zulu. That's the one. All right, we're going to fly from Rivenami to... what is ESSA? What's the actual name of ESSA? I don't know, but that's the one that Tommy wanted us to fly to. So we're going to go there. And we're going to take you with us if you want to. Great. So thank you guys. You guys enjoy yourself. We'll talk again.
Thanks, Nico.
Hello, Dumper.